I'm glad they killed Sonic the Hedgehog. There, I said it. Now cope. So, Sonic haters, half of which claim to be Sonic fans, have been saying Sonic should die for the longest time. Sonic 06 isn't even the point when they started saying that. It's just the excuse they've had ever since to say that should happen. And you know how Sega likes to listen to all their fans. They made a darker story in Sonic Forces because the fans wanted that. They made the Christian Whitehead remakes available on consoles and PC because the fans wanted that. The Spin Dash was added to Frontiers because the fans wanted that. And of course, since the quote-unquote fans asked for it, they killed Sonic the Hedgehog. In a very weird way though. It was April Fool's Day. Well, not really. It was the day before, which was weird, when Sega suddenly launched the trailer for The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Spoilers ahead, you've been warned. By the way, I'm Mark, or TheEscody, or however you want to call me. I've been a Spanish Sonic YouTuber for years, and now I want to do Sonic videos in English. If by the end of the video you feel like you want to see more of my content in English, let me know in the comments and subscribe. Enough rambling though, let's go on. Let's just pause for a minute and think about the fact that an actual Sonic game name implies that Sonic has died. This is an enormous gaming franchise aimed at children. I thought we were already past the whole shadow-killing Sonic thing in 2005, but okay, whatever! The trailer started by saying they had heard our opinions, and then suddenly, there he was, dead. Because this was a murder mystery game. And then the game was available on Steam for free, so we all had to run and play it to see what the heck Sega had cooked for us with no prior notice. It was a good time to be alive. As a Sonic fan, if you were a normal person, that might have been just a normal day for you, I don't know. But there we were, thrown as a character that's so meant to represent every player that they chose to make it non-binary, which is a nice touch, onto an adventure with Tails to discover who it is that murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. Murdered, that's such a hard word to pronounce. Sonic didn't actually die, don't worry. Or did he? He seems to be in a very bad state when you see him on the ground, which makes you doubt if this is secretly a serious game or not, but we'll leave that for later. It was filling to finally play a new Sonic spin-off title that actually tries hard with its story after so much time. Last time we got one, it was Team Sonic Racing, and who the heck cared about Dodonpa? If anybody buys the new Dodon plush, please let me know. I want to know who you are. And it's not like this game tries to tell you an incredible, amazing story at any moment. It's all about the way in which they write the characters here and how everything develops slowly but surely. Since the only focus of the game is the dialogue, we got some amazing moments with a really large amount of the cast, and the few characters that are introduced here manage to make you care for them. Well, maybe not the conductor's wife, but her design is still very good. But starting by your own character, you notice from the get-go that they try to make these guys believable, and you're just a new employee from the Mirage Express who's very nervous all the time about all your decisions, since you're so young and naive, which is a point in life where a lot of the people who play this game will find themselves in right now. Isn't that a smart way to hook you to your own character? The avatar from Sonic Forces was cool because you could customize yourself, but they didn't give him any kind of personality. I can understand that decision, but this character feels so much more fun to play as, and this is also the perfect game to give the character more personality, since you usually have to decide what you're going to say during dialogue. Then we've also got the conductor, who's retiring after 32 years because he's already quite old and tired. Funny how they chose the number 32, why could that be? And the train is also a character, doesn't talk much though. As for the usual cast, we've got Sonic, Tails, well, all these people. Look at the great selection of characters we've got. I don't want to ramble too much on this, but oh my god, they made every single character so enjoyable to spend time with in this game. They got me to appreciate some of them in a way I hadn't in a long time. Since everyone's in a different train car and you've got to find clues to discover who Sonic's murderer is, every character gets to be a part of a small story that ties to everything else in a cool way. Knuckles played Monkey Ball of all things with Vector and Shadow. Shadow's been everywhere locking doors so that Amy doesn't see him, buying concert tickets as a birthday present for her. Rouge gets Blaze and you to help her steal a super rare Fabergé egg from the train. And Espio and Vector, who are characters that I never truly loved, especially myself, are together in the library car. I never understood Espio that well because he just seemed like the silent type that had everything under control, but he always got into dumb situations with the Chaotix. Until now, I didn't get the fact that him trying to be calm and collected, but also being kind of naive and nervous in the inside was kind of the point of the character, because they executed that marvelously in this game. His feelings are very clearly read during this game, man. Look at him. They got him. They know he's the murderer. That word's so hard to pronounce. As for Tails, he's a detective in this game, and Amy and him are the ones who actually have to solve the mystery. You are his sidekick here, and it's so brilliant to make the sidekick have his own sidekick now. Your character and him grow to have a great chemistry together. From the moment they meet each other and discover that both have brought the same sparkle gelatin, you know that they're meant to be friends. Good friends. Tails is a kid, guys, come on. But yeah, you're like Sherlock and Watson, that's fitting. And then there's Amy, whose character is a reporter, and she's also the birthday girl in this game. A big hooray for Amy Rose, let's go! Wait, I just noticed while writing the script that they made it Amy's birthday in this game because 2023 is her anniversary year. Huh, maybe she doesn't help that much during the mystery itself, but one thing I love is how she's back to being kind of crazy here. Ever since they stopped letting her act like Sonic's stalker in the games, it's felt like she was missing something, and I think her cheerful and intense behavior in this game is just what we needed out of her. When she gets angry, she gets angry, and she also likes to impose onto everyone what she thinks that they should do.
Shadow, you and me are going to that concert if you don't want to go from ultimate life form to not a life form.
Let me address the gameplay itself real quick now. This might be an awesome experience for Sonic fans, casual or hardcore, but that doesn't mean you've got too much of a challenge to face here. You just have to point and click everything that's in each car and choose what you want to say during conversation with your friends. Sure, there will be times when you don't pick the right option, but you never lose as such. The game just lets you choose what you want to say again. When the character has to think up his argument, you do get to play a sort of typical Sonic special stage, which is fine and charming, but even if you find it difficult, there's options in the menu that make losing basically impossible. The team behind this game obviously didn't want anyone to have a hard time, because that wasn't the point here. This is just a small adventure to be enjoyed for the cost of $0.00, which is a good deal, I can't complain. It's also made me curious for other games like this. I might have to try the Phoenix Wright series in the future because of this. But you know what else I love about this game? The fact that you get a plot twist and actual stakes right at the end. It's just what I needed as a cherry on top of the cake. You suddenly find out that Sonic was hurt by a dart. The train is angry at the conductor for leaving. Not only that, but he's a giant batnik that's taking everyone to Eggman. Look at Sonic being all serious about the situation. I love that they left his expressions for the end of the game, because they're seriously amazing here. The artwork in this game is tremendous for everyone. You can't imagine how happy I was when I made the thumbnail for this video with Amy's super menacing expression. But Sonic looks the best. They get him to be grounded when he has to be, and they make him as inspiring as ever when he has to be. That's also thanks to the writing, of course. You feel connected to the main character when he doubts himself, but Sonic helps him get back up in such an empowering way that he makes you remember what made you love this franchise in the first place. Please, please Sega, make Sonic be like this in the main games more. He already is, but for some reason here it works infinitely better than it does there. As for the ending, you obviously win. The train says he is sorry for what he did to the conductor just before its death, and the gang gets to enjoy some nice cake for Amy's birthday. What is it that inspired the team behind this game to balance such a slice-of-life situation with a life-or-death situation so well, while making every character shine in such a way every time they appear? This is an outstanding game, and even if they get the opportunity to make another one of these with a bigger budget that's not even a free download title, I doubt they can make it half as good as this one is. I would appreciate some difficulty involved if they ever make more, which is possible, but I don't know if they'll manage to surpass what made this one so special. It's just like the 30th anniversary comics. The first one was possibly the best Sonic comic ever made, but the second and third are just not at the same level. Yes, they are really good, and obviously come from the idea from that first one, but the original may never be surpassed. Just make official translations for the next one, please. I streamed this game in my Spanish channel and had to translate and voice all the characters in real time. Did you even think of me, Sega? Anyways, Murder of Sonic is peak. If you wanna hear me keep gushing about Sonic, even though it's hard to see me do it at the level I have in this video, please subscribe to this channel. I assure you, you won't regret doing so if you like this. Also, leave a comment letting me know what you thought about the game. What did you think about this game, Sonic? Dude, not funny, we all know you're pretending. Sonic? Sonic?